And this is David White sitting in for Tom O'Brien. Normally, this is a repeat on Friday, but we wanted to do a special Tech Insider Hour where we kind of expand and look at technology. We haven't done one of this in a while. It seemed like we did these Friday things for a great deal of the time, and then it got really easy to just leave an hour early on Friday. And, we're going to kind of throw that out here now. Just do the 1 hour here with technology with a broad brush. Of course, I write the Technology Insider for TFNN. My newsletter comes out every Friday. And it's kind of a longer term look if you wanted to put some things in your IRA or you don't want to trade on a daily basis. Most of these trades, I keep on hoping, will be much longer. Unfortunately, the government, the FOMC, everybody else comes by. We've made some pretty good money on some of the trades over the last 4 or 5 years. And caught some of the big moves. I'm hoping now that there are a few things changing, especially in technology. One is that interest rates, whether they go up in 3 months or 6 months or a year, is probably one of the absolute best things that can happen to technology. The reason why? Right now, when interest rates are free, why not go out and build a brand new manufacturing plant since the money's free? It doesn't cost you a whole lot. Whatever the cost is, you hit that. It's not like when interest rates were 10 or 20% and you were hoping to get 6% back making some kind of widget. That's where higher interest rates really see values in technology rise, because guess what? How many manufacturing plants are able to make a 65% margin on something? The answer, 2. Apple on its iPhone, Intel on its processors. That's it. There aren't a lot of people out there, or almost anything, that can earn the kind of margins that we're talking about on a global scale. Even in consumer electronics, most people don't know, but what you try to do is if you think that you can sell a device for $299, that product better not cost any more than $100 to put in there. You normally want to triple the price to get to the retail selling price of $299. And that probably means that you're probably lucky to make 20, 22%, maybe 25%. That's fairly common for box sellers. Let's say not Netflix, Netgear, or any of the other people that make routers, that kind of stuff. 25%, pretty good. 20%, pretty typical. Car manufacturers pretty much live on 6%. One of the reasons why I think that Tesla is so overpriced, especially when interest rates start going up. When you're talking about a $300 device, people probably maybe put it on their credit card. When you're talking about a $60,000 device, there's a world of difference when someone goes to finance it and suddenly there's 8, 10, 12, or 15% interest rates one day. As they probably will be in the future. Why technology really started to ramp up and do so well in the 80s. Of course, we were coming off these ridiculously high rates that were caused by poor planning, mostly from about 1976 on, changed many of our policies with a new president. And many things started to turn around. We also had a very good FOMC chairman that was willing to bite the bullet and make us go through some tough times by raising interest rates. By 1985, we had companies like Microsoft starting to go public. And in the next 10, 15 years, a huge amount of wealth generated from those companies. Most people say, who did the most good? Was it Mother Teresa? Was it any of these people giving free food out to others? And the answer is Microsoft is probably responsible for more good in this world as a byproduct of what they did than all the good that everybody that was just trying to do good only has done. From the taxes to the philanthropy of these folks, Much better to go off and make a giant pile of money and then give it away than go off and try to get money from others out there. And you just have to look at the kind of money. How many people could give 10, 20, 30, 40 billion dollars away and still be the richest man on the planet? Well, Bill Gates. Anyway, I wanted to talk about some of the bigger picture as we go forward, kind of a mid-year review, especially of what I'm working at and looking to play in the Tech Insider. We've got multiple positions in some of these sectors already, but I wanted to talk about the big picture and what you should be looking at over the next few years. And some of these things are ready and what's happening. I'll probably get started right now. It'll probably take me into the next segment. You can always give me a call at 877-927-6648 if you'd like to add or ask a big picture, broad brush question about it. And we're probably not going to look at charts in this area too much. But if you want to think about what I think of a company, their challenges, what they need to do, make sure and give a call, 877-927-6648. Of the sectors that I'm really concentrating on the Tech Insider, which we own positions in, some of these already. The first is machine learning. Don't think a lot of people have thought a great deal about it. You hear a few comments about it on CNBC. Some people talk about it. Machine learning's a rather deep subject. I've written about it extensively in the Tech Insider to try to give the readers and subscribers a little idea about what's going on. But there was a lot of promise and a lot of discussions in the, let's call it about 2005, with all kinds of ideas of how these new machine programs would learn from data without you teaching them. Those things are actually now starting to become real, useful, and you see them advertised, although they don't say that they're machine learning. When we come back, we'll talk about a few of the examples of them. I've taken some college courses on them over the last 6 months. I'm starting to write my own machine learning algorithms to tackle the market. Some of those you may have heard on my daily show at 2 o'clock. But machine learning, a very big subject. We'll talk a little bit in the next sector. And of course, storage, just-in-time manufacturing, genetic editing software, energy storage, quantum computing, and nuclear energy to round out today's show.